Welcome to Hardheaded Podcast. What does a father of 3 kids,
5 kids,
2 kids,
have to say about what's going on in the world today in parenting? Well, find out in
3, 2.
Kick it! All right, welcome to another exciting episode of the Hardheaded Podcast. It is episode 171. 171. I can't believe we've done that many episodes.
Dude, we've been around.
We've
been around a while.
For a long time. Surely a sponsor will call us soon.
Nope.
Nope. But hey, if you're listening and you like the show, leave us a 5-star review and share the show with others because it does help. Anyway, we're going to hear today what is on Matt's mind. And we're also going to talk about our top 3 careers that we would have pursued if we would have never married, which is interesting. And then we're going to hear a good word from Mr. Chet Sears. I'm Troy Trussell, your host, and we're going to get started with Matt. What's on your mind?
What's on your mind?
I'm going to tell you what's on my mind is I've been really trying to give the president of these great United States the
benefit of the doubt,
some grace,
okay.
Right?
All right.
And it's getting harder and harder to do.
Oh, remember.
And
He was doing some mumbling the other night.
well, and it's so funny because why now are they starting to make him look more inept?
Because they're going to get rid of him.
It's election year. Yeah, they can't.
There's a plan in place for somebody to jump in. Who's it going to be?
Well, I saw Newt Gingrich pushing to enact the 25th Amendment the other day, which it would be to say he's incompetent,
Right.
and that the VP needs to be sworn in as president.
Also incompetent.
Yeah, and his argument to that was, well, she's at least coherent.
Right. Yeah, he's out of it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there are a lot of people, and I've stayed, and I want this to be noted that if President Trump were to win this re-election, then I just know that everything is going to come unhinged from the standpoint of as much as it became unhinged last time, where people were just riding because I don't think the other side really has any problem doing that. Because it's just the left is more fit with those types of personalities than the right. But I don't know what would happen. But here's what I will say is that the last 4 years, I have never once gotten on social media and called this president an idiot. I haven't called him stupid. I've been very respectful of the office, and him as a person. Whereas I know that
you and him were buddies. I've seen pictures of you and Biden together.
Exactly, and that gives me all the more reason to complain because I've actually met him, and my personal experience didn't start off great.
Did he smell you?
He got close enough. If you actually look online, you can see where it looks like he's sniffing me.
That's so weird.
But you've seen the picture, haven't you, Troy?
I think you've showed it to me, yeah.
But I've made very conscious and concerted effort not to trash this guy, and be respectful of the office that he holds. But there are obvious, and there were years ago, cognitive issues.
Oh, yeah.
And I get that he's had some issues. I can't remember if it was stroke or what started this process. But if you look at video of him from the 90s,
He doesn't even look the same.
no, number one, he doesn't look like the same person. But two, I mean, he was very eloquent. He had a very different standard of morals from, maybe not necessarily morals, but items that,
He was not as radical.
yeah, he was more, he was more what I would consider conservative than he was liberal, which I know back then he was probably extremely liberal based
Yeah.
on the current.
And the way
The
the
current
way
time,
he
but-
went after Thomas, this is basically when I lost respect for him as a public servant. Is the high tech lynching on the Clarence Thomas Senate Judiciary
Which was
90?
that 90 something?
80? Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, and I really wasn't even following politics at that time. I really didn't care. So that's not one of those things that I've really paid attention to. But at what point is enough, I guess?
91.
91, that's pretty recent, relatively speaking. 32 years ago, or 33. But it's weird to me. And it's just one of those things that I've noticed. It's like, there's got to be a plan in place for the Democrats to replace him. Cause I do not see him making another 4 years. And if he does, we're in trouble more so than we are now. But are we in more trouble if Trump gets elected? Because I just don't think that I think the way that those people lost their mind the last time, I think it's going to be 2, 3, 4-fold what it was last time because they got away with it.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it.
Biden.
Either one of them. Just,
Who do you think is going to be president?
I got no clue.
But you don't think it's going to be Trump or Biden?
No. I think so some of the pull even the Democrats are starting to have now are trying to disqualify Biden on his age. And if they go that route, then you're going to play both sides because Trump's same age, right? Just about the same age. So if Biden can't do it because he's old, then Trump can't do it because he's old. So that's how they're pushing on the.
Biden's 81, right?
Man, I don't know. I haven't been to one of his birthday parties. And then, excuse me, not that I want to get into it too much detail. I'm pretty sure that
Biden's 81, Trump's 77.
Trump won't be alive. So that's just my prediction. You heard it here. You probably haven't heard it first, but you've heard it here.
You think he's going down like Kennedy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you see what they did. I mean, his first 4 years, and they've gone after him. They've given him everything.
They can't stop him.
We won't.
They've
let's
thrown
not-
the book at him for sure.
and stuff that they're running to court with him on. They just a few weeks ago let Biden off the hook with that special investigation on his mishandling of classified documents, where they said that he wasn't even, you couldn't even interview him because he wasn't coherent. And now they're still have charged Trump for lesser crimes. And so they've done everything they possibly can. If he makes it through all of that, what's left?
Take him out.
So how many? That's not uncommon. Over 10% of all of our presidents have been assassinated or have had attempts on their life. I think it's like 14%. So that's not uncommon.
Lincoln, Kennedy, Reagan was shot at. Who else?
Cleveland. I can't remember. There's a list, but it's a large number. Like
Yeah.
this is crazy. Like, and I'm telling you, with what's the interaction with Russia now and a lot of stuff coming to light there with Ukraine, I mean, God, we cannot stop sending money to Ukraine. Why? And what we're doing now with so the last ditch effort, in my opinion, of what's going on with the powers that be, that we don't know who they are, is all the people flooding into the country are going to vote. And so then that's going to determine every election from here on out, so that everybody that's in power today is not going to have any kind of reform change. Like, Trump didn't even bring it, by the way. Talked a good game, but he didn't really change anything in his 4 years that was of significant lasting change, right? He did a lot of short-term stuff, but didn't get in and drain the swamp and all that other stuff that he talked about, never did. Or secure the border, he didn't do that. That's why we're here today. But anyway, so it's either going to be in a position where nobody that is a Republican's ever going to win a national election again, because of all the illegals that are coming across now are going to end up voting somehow. Or if they can't stop that, what else is there left to do? They're going to stop it one way or the other. I mean, we're all pretty certain that's what happened to Kennedy. So, but Trump didn't release that stuff that was supposed to be declassified when he was president. Anyway,
I thought there were some of the documents of those that I know it was supposed to release the whole thing, but I thought there was some
the stuff that doesn't matter
that he released. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, and I can 100% see where you're coming from. And if that happens, what is that going to do for the other side? Nothing.
Give them satisfaction for a minute.
No, like I wouldn't consider myself a Trump supporter, right? I don't think he's the right man for the job this time for the reasons that I've just stated.
Right.
Like, I don't think he's going to unite the country when half the country literally hates his guts for really no really good apparent reason, but they still hate him. And I want everybody to be able to work together. We may not agree on everything,
right,
but I want us to be able to work together. And I think we need a person that can do that. And I still like Kennedy for that spot, but it's going to be difficult for him because he typically, if you don't have the backing of one of the big parties, it's not happening for you.
Right.
I think we are in kind of just where we've kind of just screwed ourselves a little bit.
But what's going to, when was the last time the country was united?
9/11.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did we do with that unity?
Squandered it.
But who do we unite around? Bush Jr., right?
Well, but I don't think anybody necessarily united around them. We united around
A common goal.
which was
Who was representing that
destroy
common
the
goal?
terrorists.
Bush. Yeah, so Bush was in charge.
Yeah. Well, whoever gets thrust into power, everybody's going to back. After chaos, we're all going to pull together and back whoever they put up in front of us to back. That's just what's going to happen.
So who's it going to be?
Whoever they want. I mean, we're not going to have a choice.
Yeah.
And we're going to, so, Ukraine hasn't had an election. Like they are under martial law and they will not change any elected officials. Like, as far as democracy goes, we're pumping money into a country that has removed it, which means the people that are supporting that would support it here. Like, I mean, it's I don't know. You guys are making me go down into a dark place. And I know you don't believe it, but I have demonstrated in my past the ability to predict world events like this And we could have, I think we've even had guests on the podcast that have talked about this. But anyway, you can take it or leave it. Just know I'm not somebody just talking that doesn't have a track record
of luck. But what I mean,
of luck,
because I really don't know the circumstances, and we don't have time because this is what's on my mind. You could talk about it. What's on your mind?
1998.
Oh, here we go.
1998. I had a conference. I knew it. Put it all together. We're gonna have a terror attack on United States soil, and Bin Laden's gonna do it. 98. If you just listened to me back then, Matt.
Yep, I guess so. And I could have told all of my generals that I didn't even know at the time. But yeah, I mean, but there's always something in the works that's nefarious. It's trying to, that people are trying to get done or take place. And it's just, if something like that did happen, I mean, because they're going for a replacement for Biden. I think that they're totally trying to set that up to where it's indefensible for him to run again. I don't know who they're going to present.
It's not Kamala. They hate her.
Yeah, I don't know who it's going to be to represent them to take that spot. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be somebody.
Yeah,
and if who's that somebody going to be? If something like you say would happen to Trump, that would get the right to rally around that person.
I think in the turmoil, it'll be anybody they put up there.
I mean,
well, if Trump's president and he gets shot, then the VP takes over, right?
He's not going to make it that far.
That's what he's saying.
You're saying he's not even going to get that far to. So you think that's going to be the chaotic event? Possibly.
It could very well be.
It's going to be. I mean, if that happened, can you imagine the chaos that
you need to write a book, man? This is
no, I don't.
Like The Harbinger.
Nope.
Hey, you don't need to write it. Just get an AI and tell them what you think, and then it'll give you the outcome.
I'm not doing that either.
Because then you're going to be starting to get tracked. But
I'm already tracked.
We're already tracked right now from this podcast.
But
nobody knows about it. I'm just kidding. We're top 10% in the world.
That's right. We are.
That is true. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy, and it's almost a lot of things lining up recently with aliens and UFOs and now potential
just the way he said that so seriously.
Presidents at risk, a leadership vacuum or leadership void that needs to be filled.
What about Korea and nukes?
I'll be worried about Iran and nukes before I worry about Korea.
Yeah,
North Korea?
I know. Yeah. Iran, any of those. I'd be more worried about them. They're a little bit better, I think. They have a better backing as well.
Well, they have conviction. I mean, Korea's they want to be noticed. Iran wants to wipe a population off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And bring the caliphate.
But see, we got all that
North
coming.
Korea.
Just saying, be ready.
Be ready. Yeah, that's right.
Be prepared. Spiritually, mentally, and physically prepared to endure whatever comes ahead. And give thanks in all situations.
All right, we're going to pause it right there and come back with our top 3 careers.
Oh my goodness, we're not even done yet? Holy moly, I'm sorry,
You wouldn't
folks.
pursue.
We went down a road there.
Yeah. We did.
We went down a 20-minute road into the depths of
political sadness.
Wow. Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
At Admiral's Pennant, our mission is to offer the latest and refined, high-quality masculine products and services to the modern gentleman, as well as provide him with the tools and products necessary to look, act, and feel confident in his appearance and social interactions. Check it out at admiralspennant.com. Without it, you might as well shave.
And we're back.
Chet, that's the juice, man. That's the juicy stuff.
Chet flying to Rome. Shoo!
All right, top 3 careers you would have you would have pursued if you never married. Chet.
I'll go. Number 3. You got honestly, you got to predict whether or not you knew this when we're done.
There's been too many predictions already. This
Number
episode.
3,
Political commentator.
high school basketball coach. High school basketball coach.
Yeah, you've talked about
Number 3.
You've talked about that before, I think.
Number 2, a summer camp director / owner. That would have been awesome.
Why?
Would have been.
Yeah. Why can't you do it now?
Huh? I'm not in it for that. Like that's not a nope. Have to deal with COVID again? All of them went under. It's hard going.
You got to bring it back.
No. Why are you asking me why am I not a summer camp guy now and not asking why am I not a basketball coach right now?
Well, we know
Somewhat
that
offended
answer.
by that.
Good.
Number 1.
You're obviously not a man who confronts something and rides thunder. Whatever the podcast new name was.
That's the man who quell the storm and ride the thunder.
You're not a queller of storms and rider of thunder.
That would be the summer camp name, though. I'm going to camp, quell the storm, and ride the thunder.
Going to QTS.
All right. Number 1, kind of like a bum living off grid. Is that a job? I don't know, but if it was and I did it for a while and I needed money, I'd probably be an instructor of how to do it.
There you go.
You come live with me.
Start your YouTube channel.
Yeah,
There you go.
man.
Get on. What is that? Alone. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to mess around with filming all that. I just want to do it without having to film it. Because even the people that do it, like it kind of makes me mad that, like, you'll see them. Oh, they're from a camera angle. Oh, they're coming up over the horizon and walking. You're like, no, they walked up there and set up the stupid camera and turned it on and then walked all the way back and then walked. I'm like, yeah, I don't need all that crap in my life.
Wasting too much energy doing that.
Yeah.
That's how you lose is to have the best camera work.
I'll tell you, there's this YouTube channel I'm into right now called Outdoor Boys, and it's a dude that was a lawyer. He quit, and he started taking his kids out camping and whatnot. He quit and ended up moving to Alaska, and he's doing the YouTube full time now. But that dude's the outdoor survival stuff. Like he'll go how to survive with in 20-degree temps in the snow without a blanket or a match. Like, and he'll go and he'll camp out, dig a place and with the snow and light a fire, all the stuff. It's just a lot of fun. I'm like, I could do that. Probably can't do it well. I may die. But, given the right climate, I think I have the knowledge, the skill set to make a pretty good run at that.
You almost ended up like Matt, duck hunting one time.
Yeah. The moving sheet of ice almost cut my legs off, but
Yeah.
I think you'd have been all right.
I was agile like a cat. I was able to jump on the sheet of ice.
Yeah.
Like a cat.
I can picture it now.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Matt, what do you got?
This was tough, actually, because I've done pretty much and pursued whatever I wanted because I've got a wife that supports those decisions. So I think I could have legitimately really done anything I wanted to do, and I have. But if I had to pick some, I would say number 3 would be a military contractor.
Oh, okay.
Little riskier, lot better pay, and I probably would have done that sooner. Maybe after my first 4 years. I don't know that I would have re-enlisted.
Yeah.
I probably would have gone government contract.
Yeah.
Number 2, an instructor at the Sig Academy. Pistol, rifle,
Yeah, I can see you doing that.
whatever it would be. I am a SIG certified instructor, but not at the academy up in New Hampshire, which is pretty stellar. And some of the guys that they have on board would be pretty awesome to call them your coworkers.
Which puts us in pretty high regard since the only shooting competition we were up against Matt, he didn't beat us.
That's right.
Yeah. So basically, we could do that too.
Yeah, we could.
No, I won. Number one, I just kind of had to pick something out of the air, and I always thought it would be kind of cool. French Foreign Legion.
I thought you were going to say hunting guide.
No, I've been around enough hunting guides. No, thank you. That is not for me. Not for me at all.
Go do the hunts, not
Yeah,
guide
I would
people.
rather hunt and be on my own than have to take someone.
Yeah.
You have to pick a new name when you're in the French Foreign Legion.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
no,
you can't carry your name. So what name would you name yourself?
I don't know.
Troy? Would you
No,
call
it
yourself
definitely
Troy?
wouldn't be Troy.
Quell the storm.
Yes, Quell.
Yeah.
First name Ride, middle name The, last name Thunder.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about that because it'd have to be kind of a cool French name, maybe.
Yeah.
But
If I were ever captured in enemy territory and you had to get your crew together to rescue me, it should be Operation Ride the Thunder. Or Quell the Storm.
Quell the storm.
Yeah.
Quell the Storm.
Yes. That would be good.
I like it. All right, number 3 for me.
I think Duke Nukem. I think that would be just Duke. Just call me Duke Nukem.
Good game. YouTuber, number 3.
What doing what?
I don't know.
Like
You can do that now.
You do food now.
I don't have time.
What about?
Do it. I don't have time to do it full time.
But if you were to just do full time, like what would it be? Wouldn't be food. Would it be food?
I don't know if I could take Live Local and do it full time, like get paid a salary that I wanted to get paid for it.
Yeah.
I would do it full time, but I'd travel and do it.
Yeah.
I'd travel to different places and
Different countries.
just go eat local food everywhere.
Yeah. Because I follow your stuff and the algorithms on me, now in my Instagram feed, I get some person trying to find the best burger in Oklahoma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. And they're like just driving around all these little truck stop places. And
You could be the next. I
not
mean,
that good of a judge.
there's a void in there right now.
What is it?
Anthony Bourdain. I mean,
Oh, yeah, I could be the next Anthony.
you could fill that in because it's not like he was like a chef or anything like that. You know, he traveled and ate food.
Yeah. Just don't talk about pedophilia in Hollywood or else you'll be suicided like Anthony Bourdain. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Anyway. Okay.
We're trying to not get dark again, Chet.
Well,
We're already here for this podcast. I mean,
Is that what happened?
at this point, who cares?
that's one of the theories.
The theory is he got what?
He was exposing some of that activity in Hollywood.
Oh, and so they took him out?
Yeah.
Man.
All this stuff is going on, and you guys are just not privy to it.
I'm
Because you won't do anything about some of the stuff I send you.
I won't watch a 3-hour.
I can't
movie about
I can't
it.
sit there and do this on my phone for that long.
Don't do this. Do this.
I can't. I literally cannot do that. I cannot
Turn it
focus that long.
sideways.
Now, if
You know you can watch YouTube on your TV.
I do, but when you send it to me, it's not like by the time I get home,
I have to send it to you at the right time?
yes, send it to me at like 9:00 at night, and then boom, it's going to
Never
pop
mind.
right up on the TV.
You guys
and
aren't
I'll
even
watch it.
worth half the information I send your way.
But what I will say is
Well, what's
on that note, there are a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on, and the powers that be that we don't know who they are. It would be really interesting to find out just who all is connected to that day.
Okay.
To
You want me to tell you?
What
Is that-
day?
I'm going to send it to you in a video. How about that?
Tell me who they is.
Huh?
Oh,
We're not
who
talking
that-
about it. What's your number 2?
Well, I want to hear another theory. Are there multiple theories on how he died?
Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Now I'm questioning if he really knows or not. I don't think he does.
I know there's a theory, and I know a little bit more behind it than what we're talking about here. But
really
we're in
don't-
our top 3 right now.
Yeah, but I don't think you do. That's the thing.
Our audience is
I
just.
think you're saying it,
Our
but you don't.
audience is coming into the knowledge that I hold back on a lot of information, and they don't need to know.
They don't need to know
All I'm
everything
aware
that I
of.
know.
Yeah.
All right, number 2, video game analyst.
Okay.
That'd be so much fun just to play games, figure out what's wrong with the game, or grade the game, judge it, give it back.
First person shooters or just anything?
I'd prefer those.
Yeah.
Those would be more fun, but I don't know. I would have done anything. That was like a dream job as a kid, you know. Played video games my whole life. But then I grew up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And now your kids can beat you.
Yes, they can. Except the first time that we ever played Fortnite together, I played first because I was like, I want to see what this is like before y'all play it. They were all watching me. Your son was there. It was at Christmas. And Battle Royale, I got first place.
No way.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then your son was like, well, you know, since like your first time logging in, they put you with like the beginners. So I was like, don't tell my kids that.
Right. Yeah, shut up.
They think I'm the best.
Right.
Skill-based matchmaking.
And I'm never playing again.
Exactly.
Kind of like your shooting.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Oh, I'm never shooting with you again.
Schedule it. I'll be there, man. You schedule it. I'll be there.
Yeah. Number 1, actor, director.
Okay.
In film.
So this would be just if you weren't married, you'd just go be an actor.
So you were the actor director
Yeah.
on a Sportsman Channel TV show
That's true. I was.
and cameraman and
I wouldn't
editor.
say actor. I would say personality.
I would have pursued that more probably if I'd have never got married. I was doing some stuff in some local short films on the very B, what do you call that? Like B scale.
B movies.
B movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Shreveport, we're starting to get into
The film industry.
some communities that were doing that kind of stuff, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then I got married, and then we moved up here. And
You ought to make a movie about
hadn't done
Matt.
it since. I've got a movie idea with all the foodies here in town that
Yeah.
I'm trying to put together.
How does
Yeah.
that involve me, idiot? You just said you should play me
I just
or do
kinda,
a movie about me.
Yeah.
I would agree. I would think it would
kinda
be an excellent
breezed
movie.
right over
You
that.
have to find somebody with a much better personality to play him, though.
Yeah. I don't know. Who could play Matt?
Gary Sinise.
Tom Berenger.
Yeah, Tom Berenger.
Yeah, we talked about that
Yeah.
before. That would be.
That was one of our top threes.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Who, what
would
Hollywood
play
actors
us?
would play you in the movie?
Yeah. You have
Or
to go
would
look
you
that up
want to play you? Yeah.
on episode whatever.
Yeah. Long time ago.
Right.
Yeah, we'll just we'll put a link to that show down below.
No, we won't.
Hey, can I?
I'm not
I said that because I
I'm
knew
not
you weren't
going
going to do it.
Search for it. No.
If if you get this movie going, how can I give like $5 towards the movies to get producer status? Like what is it going to take?
Oh yeah, you want producer status?
Yeah,
You got to do a Kickstarter, and
I
then
got to come on set and like stir it up one day. And they're like, "Who's that guy?" He's like, "Oh, he's one of the producers."
that would be hilarious.
Yes,
you can have a Dennis Quaid
I
freak
know,
out
like where
we
I
need to
want
make a
film it and
movie about
everything.
Troy making a movie.
That would be fun.
about me.
Yes.
It comes full circle. That's how it all comes together.
Oh,
You get me verbally berating Troy for not emphasizing this part of my life just right. Chet's in the back having a freak out like Dennis Quaid did on that one video. I don't know if you've seen it. It's funny.
Randy Quaid.
No, Dennis Quaid.
Okay.
All right.
I'll show you afterwards. It's got some language in it, but it is pretty funny.
All right. Who's got the good word?
I got the good word. Milk.
Milk and
The
honey.
word
Everybody
is-
good?
The word is milk, or as my dad pronounced it, milk. I don't know why, but that's how he said it. Looking at 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 1 through 3. Putting aside all malice and deceit and hypocrisy and envy and all slander. Put all that stuff aside and like newborn babies, long for the pure milk of the word so that by it you may grow in respect to salvation if you have tasted the kindness of the Lord. So do you guys remember, Troy, you're closest to this than anybody else, how a baby behaves when they are hungry?
They cry.
And what will satisfy them? Would it be like those Fisher-Price plastic keys? Or would it be like googly moogly talk? Or would it be a bottle?
A bottle or a mother's breast.
Okay. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That's how we're to behave in seeking out milk, the word of God. That in this case, there's another passage that talks about meat and soft food, that you grow in your faith and you grow in your understanding of the word. In this case, it's telling us, like we're infants that are hungry, we are intolerable until we are satisfied by the word of God. So that we should crave it so badly that it's obvious to everybody else that this is what I want the most, is I want the word. And with that, we will grow in our salvation. So there will be growth if you crave Scripture. But in order to do that with a pure heart, you have to get rid of all that malice, deceit, hypocrisy, envy, and slander. So it's not just, I'm going to read the Bible and then treat everybody like crap. You got to get rid of all that and then pursue Christ. Pursue the word like a baby wanting a bottle.
Thanks for listening to the Hardheaded Podcast. Don't forget to share this podcast with others to help us get the word out.
Also, if you haven't yet, please rate and review the show. This helps our podcast show up in other people's suggested shows that may or may not have listened to us before.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.